What's up, you guys? This is your girl Queen, and I am back with another video. Shout out to all my old subscribers. Shout out to all my new subscribers. All right. So shout out to y'all. Make sure you thumbs up the video, like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the post notification bell so you'll know what every time I come through with another video. Y'all, I was so upset last night. I was so pissed. I was so hurt. I was so bothered. I was just so kind of out of it once I got off of, because I called in to Everyday Shenanigans, you know, when she revealed the source. Well, didn't reveal the source, let me take that back. When she revealed the information, the new information from her source that a lot of people, including myself, been has suspecting from the beginning because stuff didn't add up. When she revealed that, I called in and I got off the phone with her. I was sick to my stomach. Because all I kept thinking about was those boys being abused from the time they was with the bio mom all the way to their demise with the West. And I just kept thinking about it, and it made me sick. And I was gonna do a video last night, but I didn't. I didn't do a video last night because I was too upset and I was too bothered, and I didn't want to. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to come to y'all like that. I wanted to get my thoughts together, collect my mind, and get my mind right and absorb the information before I come to you, right? I'm going to say shout out to Everyday Shenanigans, Big Angie. Shout out to much love to her source. Thank you for sitting back, watching, and you couldn't have went to a better YouTuber than Everyday Shenanigans. You couldn't have went to the most YouTuber that I feel has the most integrity and standards on her channel. You couldn't have went to a better YouTuber. You went to the best that I support with the bottom of my heart. Everyday Shenanigans. Much love to her. Shout out to her. I give her my utmost respect. Like I said, source, you couldn't have picked a better YouTuber to reveal that information to. Okay? Because she always stood on the side of the children. When other people I've watched YouTubers take parents' sides and not be on the side of the children. We have to be on the side of the children. I stand with Big Angie. I stand with her 10 toes down. I believe that source 10 toes down. Why? The reason why Queen believes the source is because the holes in the stories, this filled in the holes perfectly. That's why Ryan Dean never came out and revealed. If you're being wronged by somebody and you are innocent and you are truly being wronged by someone, you're going to come out and tell it. You're going to show, this is what I did. I was wronged by this person, that person. They wrongly did this. They wrongly did that. You couldn't. Because I know a lot of that paperwork had your wrongdoings on it. So you couldn't show it. You couldn't come out and tell the truth. I would have respected you come out saying, I made mistakes. Because as parents, we do. We make mistakes. But you made a choice to continue making your mistakes. You was okay with it. You did not care. See, that is the difference. That's why you couldn't come out. Because you didn't make a mistake and learn from it and change. You didn't do that. You did not do that. That's why you couldn't come out. You couldn't come out, Ryan Dean, because you was lying. You wanted the world to see you in the aspect of my kids was wrongly taken. I love my kids. That's what you want the world to see. A grieving, vulnerable, biological mother whose kids was wrongly taken. But see, woke people saw through the bullshit. A lot of people saw through the bullshit. A lot of people out here know nobody's perfect. Not even CPS. Let me make that very clear. There are cases where CPS has dropped the ball, just not on this case. And I don't care who was upset and who was mad. Because if I was that CPS worker and I endured, I saw and had the paperwork in my hand of what happened to those children, I would take them out too. Without a question. Without a second thought in my mind. I would. I sure would. I sure would. Yes, I would. I stand 10 toes down. And I, with Big Angie, Everyday Shenanigans, go subscribe. If you haven't, go watch the video. Everyday Shenanigans. Go watch it. There's a lot of people on YouTube out here in the world that are woke, that know what's up. Everything ain't a conspiracy. And yeah, we questioned a lot of things in this case. And that's why I never took sides of none of the adults, that we stayed over here on the side of the children. And I always said, now, we not going, too much. And I always said about that bomb mom, it does not take 2 years to get your kids back. And if I was told to stop smoking, go look at my prior videos, I would do that for my children if I want them back. See, the actions that was shown was that she did not want them back too much or too badly. All right? I stand on the side of the children. Shout out to Everyday Shenanigans. Go look at the video. Go look at the video. Go look at the video. And go look at the video. That's what I'm going to tell you. Okay? Go look at the video. I was sick because it just put the icing on the cake of what I already suspected. We do a lot of these cases, right? Before I even started my channel. And I read over a lot of cases. All right? And when something doesn't add up or make sense, there's lies involved in the story. There's lies involved in it. We've seen too many of these cases where children have been removed from because of abuse and been put in the abuse be bad, horrific, then put with other families and endure more abuse. Too many cases. So, I stand by what I said. Something did not make sense to add up with the situation. Now, going into the information that was released on Everyday Shenanigans channel, that we already suspected. You see, because that's where I'm always at. Everyday Shenanigans. I know I'm going to get the truth without no bias. Okay? I know I'm going to get the truth with no bias. And I know that it's on the side of the children. The victims are the sides that we hold to. The victim. All right? So I want to start out with asking Ryan Dean, why would you lie? Why did you lie about one of your kids being deaf, which you released on your Facebook? You said that out your own mouth. One of your children was deaf, and you was having someone teach them sign language. To find out that is not true. Per the source, per Everyday Shenanigans, which I stand by 100%. And I don't care who don't like the information. I don't care who was on the side of the bio mom, because you don't know. We did not know. She never came out and said anything. She wanted you to believe what y'all came up with, what y'all summarized with, what y'all beliefs was. That's what she wanted you to run with. Now she's upset. When you should have just came out, I would have respected. You come out, admit your wrongdoings yourself. I would have a whole lot of more respect. You admitting that you messed up. That you wasn't a good mother. That you didn't choose your kids. That you chose your boyfriend. I would have respected that. But you allowed people to believe that you was this hunky-dory, innocent. CPS just came and just took my children. BS. You allowed that. And you was going to continue to allow that. Okay? Another question is, why didn't any of the family members that are out here that have risen up, why did none of them were they able to get the kids? I want you to think about that. Why wasn't none of them able to get the children? Or why didn't any of them, if they didn't, volunteer to get the children? Because I'm going to keep it all the way funky with you. And I don't care who like it. I'm not here for likes. I'm here for the truth of those children. Those children. So, like I said, Ryan Dean, why did you lie about your child being deaf? Why did you make up this story about a disability? Who would wish a disability on their child? I knew something wasn't right about you, but I didn't know you would go to this length. Who would lie about that? That came from you. Per my eyes. That's sick. All right. So you lied about that. All right? Because I took notes. Because I didn't want to leave nothing out. I didn't want to leave nothing out because it's sickening to me. It's sickening to me. And the point is, we don't know these people. This is my main point. We don't know these people. That's why we need to stick only to the side of the children. We don't need to be biased on either side. And we need to stick to the side of the children. This should be a lesson learned right here. Why you stick to the side of the children and you don't jump to conclusions. This is why. You stick to the children. Find out what happened only to the children. You stick to the children. You don't take sides and you don't be biased. This is why. Because we don't know these people. None of us know these people. Even the people that claim to may have knew them don't know these people. And what they do behind closed doors. With whom they laid up with. These people don't know that. So you can't take what everybody say at face value. You can't. And I've already said it before on plenty of my older videos. Don't believe everything you hear. And you could say that about this. But people that are woke already suspected this. So this makes sense. This makes sense. This answers a lot of questions of why she didn't came out, or why she didn't try to get her kids the 2 years that the West had them before they adopted them. Why there was never paperwork shown. I believe this professional source, because they have no reason to lie. They have nothing to gain. Nothing to gain from this. Nothing at all. But the point I want y'all to see that I know is that you can't believe, it's why it's not good to take sides and stick with the children. Justice for the children. That's why you shouldn't take sides. Because people lie. We've seen so many cases where a biological family lies, where the grown-ups' parents lied to us. We have been in so many cases, seen so many cases where the parents lie to us. Why wouldn't this be any different? Why wouldn't you treat this like any other case? Why wouldn't you treat it like any other case? Make that make sense to me. But anyway, let's get back to the lies at hand. So, you lied about your child being deaf. I don't know, was to gain sympathy. Another point, you got a GoFundMe now after the children went missing for a lawyer. But you never had a GoFundMe before that for a lawyer to try to get your kids back the 2 years they was missing. Why now? What's the reason? Is it money? What's the reason? Because I got questions. Now that you've been caught in some web of lies, I have questions. So that's some of the questions. Then you want people to believe that you have your oldest children, when the source says you don't have your oldest children, that they're with their daddies. Shout out to the dads that came and got your children so they wouldn't be in CPS custody when you took the youngest 2 children. Shout out to you, dads. Kudos to you for coming to get your children so they wouldn't be a product of the state. Shout out to you, daddies. You don't know, you just probably saved your child's life. You don't even know you saved your child's life. The daddies got them children, per the source. The people want people to believe that she has them. Nice try. This is what people also need to realize. You never know who knows you. You never know who's watching you. You never know who sees you when you go out and do your dirty work. When you're all over, you have a case that's all over the web, in the world. Right? You never know who's watching you. You never know if one of your friends or people around you that knows you so well can go and spill the beans on you. So it's not good to lie. That's why it's not good to lie. And that's why it's good to always tell the truth. And if you can't tell the truth about something, don't come out and say anything. Your best bet, Ryan Dean, was to never come out and say anything if you was going to lie about it. You could have kept the lie about the child being deaf. You could have kept, I know about you removing your stuff from your Facebook so you could try to look like this clean mother, perfect mother. I've had a subscriber come tell me that you was partying out there drinking while you was pregnant and smoking with your kid while CPS was involved. And that subscriber didn't think, oh, I read all of my comments. That video footage was removed. So everybody don't get a chance to see what people are talking about. See, footage and everything is being removed because you're trying to hide the truth. So I had a subscriber come tell me what they've seen. And subscriber, you wasn't lying. I just didn't see it because it was removed before I could see it. But there was a source, subscriber. They did come out and validate what you said. That you saw. There was a source that validated what you said. I can't remember what video you commented on. But you was on point. And I never forgot that. That I always stick to the bottom. I consume everything. And I don't rush to judgment and stuff like that. And I listen to what my subscribers say, their feelings, what they write. Because it might be things that I don't know, that I'm still learning about this case. But that never left me. Because that subscriber has no reason to lie. What can that gain? But a source validated that last night. And it's funny that a subscriber wrote that to me not that long ago. Right? My point is, again, you never know who's watching you or who's close to you that see that you got this open case and you out here lying, might slip up and tell someone and stay anonymous the truth. You never know who's watching you and who around you could be telling anonymously the truth while you out here lying. That's why it's best not to lie. And if you're going to lie, don't say nothing. Shut up. Don't say nothing. Close your mouth. But you chose to come out and lie. If you wasn't going to tell the truth, you shouldn't have said nothing. Because the truth always comes to light. No matter what. No matter what, the truth always comes to light. But I never forgot that what the subscriber had wrote. People may know you in real life. You never know who's watching what. And they anonymously tell what's the real tea. You never know. That's why you shouldn't be out here lying. Another thing I want to address, the partying. So, we heard you had a nice time on New Year's. You was dropping like it was cold. Dropping like it was cold. While your babies is missing. Still partying. Still cheaping. Still smoking that reefer. While your babies is missing. That's why you've been staying low. Where people told it. Somebody must have saw you dropping like it's hot and chiefing, kicking it. Just like the West, neither side is different. Neither side is better than the other. Both sides, bio and adoptive, are messed up people. They both failed these children. They both failed these children. So while Jacqueline and Drizella is out at the sex store showing that they don't care, you got Ryan Dean kicking it, dropping like it's cold, partying, chiefing on New Year's, showing that she don't give a damn about her kids either. There's no difference. There's no difference. Only difference is the sheet that came out of her vagina. There's the only difference. But these acts show that you don't care either. Just like the West. Let's go on to Ulan with a man who abused your child. That you kept around your children after they abused the child. The fractured femur, prior bruises, and proof of abuse is why CPS was involved. See, because I've been waiting for someone to come out and tell the truth. Oh my God, I've been waiting. And I'm so glad they told EveryDay Shenanigans. I'm so glad they told it to EveryDay Shenanigans. So, this boyfriend who never got charges brought up on him for fracturing the baby's femur. See, that's why she never came out and said who did it. You quick to say, oh, I was at work. Well, was you at work when the other bruises was on that child too? Because it wasn't just a broken femur. See, woke people suspected other abuse on this child. We knew it didn't add up. 5 + 1 is not 2. So we knew it didn't add up. We knew it didn't add up. So you didn't know. You want people to believe you didn't know your child's being abused. And you want people to know that you was at work when the child had a broken femur. But it doesn't cover the other bruises and signs of abuse that child endured, and proof that the doctor seen, which called CPS. So you mean to tell me you didn't see the bruises? You didn't see the signs? You was what, protecting the boyfriend? Because you kept him around even after, right? And you wouldn't keep them away till they took your kids. I would take them too. I would take them too. Because it's about those babies and their safety. You want to lay with somebody like that? That's your business. But you don't deserve no kids around no stuff like that. You don't deserve no kids around no stuff like that. And I said it. No kid deserved to be abused, broken femurs, bruises. You want to lay with someone like that? A scumbag like that hurts kids? Go right ahead. But you don't deserve a child. And I'm glad CPS took them. Little kids like that can't take a lot of beatings. Kids die every day being beat. You never know if the next hit, a blow, or however that baby got those bruises could have took him out of here. And you showed you didn't care because you kept the assailant around the child. Right? That's why they was taken. He was taken. CPS was called and investigated, as they should, was a child, a baby with a broken femur and prior bruises of abuse. Yes. As a doctor, they have a right and a duty, and they're mandated to call. And they did. I would have called them too if I was a doctor. Then, the source also comes out and says, the video was so informative. Please go watch it. Please go watch it. It's so informative. It makes you really open your eyes for the people that are asleep. And if you're woke, it fits the empty spots in what you already knew. Kept them around, basically protected the lover because no charges came about. Right? Oh, Lord, excuse my allergies. I've been out in the cold. All right, so let's talk about this weed that you just can't put down for your children that you love so much. Let's talk about that. So you couldn't put the marijuana down for the love of your children. All right? So after your children was taken, after CPS was involved, you go get a marijuana card, right? Okay. But the court before that asked you to put the weed down. If you love your kids so much, you would have put the weed down. I've said this in my prior videos. If you love your kids, you're going to do whatever it takes. You're going to go get the help, stop smoking the weed, and get your kids. That's how I knew she wasn't right from the jump. When the judge asks you to stop doing something, and if you love your kids, you're going to stop. You're not going to continue to do it. What was the point of going to the class? Make that make sense. If you even went to the class. Because I had to question everything else that you say. Because you have lied. It's being said that you've lied. So, I have to question everything that you've said. Right? If you went to the marijuana class or the drug class. If you did everything you were supposed to do. Who's to know? We don't know. We didn't see no paperwork. And that you're not going to show because it has your wrongdoings on the paperwork as well. That stuff is documented on paper. When CPS is involved, it's documented. What you've done and what they do. And what their conclusion is documented. That's why we haven't seen no papers and we're not going to see no paperwork. I can bet you on that. So, the youngest child had breathing problems due to the smoke while you was pregnant. And allegedly couldn't even breathe on his own. So that leaves the next CPS call. had marijuana in the baby's system. Now, what idiot want to say, yeah, they deserve to go back to the biomom custody now? Like, no, they don't deserve to go back there. They don't. But after everything, you want to get a marijuana card. For the love of smoking, right? So the baby's lungs was filled with smoke, basically. In other words, the baby had problems breathing. Could not breathe on its own. So they called CPS again. There you go. Now that child's removed. Baby couldn't even breathe. Couldn't breathe on his own. I'm so glad that the source told Everyday Shenanigans everything, because it makes sense. But we already suspected it. So it's not surprising. It just fills in the gaps. And I was just waiting on someone to come out. We was waiting on someone to speak the truth. Because she wouldn't. And I believe the source. Sure do. Sure does. So, baby couldn't even breathe. Couldn't breathe on his own. CPS takes both children, as they should. Don't get me wrong. CPS drops balls from time to time. They do. But they didn't drop it on this case. Not in my opinion. They didn't drop the ball in my opinion. Sure didn't. In my opinion, I would have snatched them up too. There's no difference. There's not one parent on either side better than the other. Neither side deserved the children. 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 You had a chance, an opportunity to prove yourself before the West adopted your children. You had 2 years, 24 months. 24 months to get your children back. You did not. You probably showed you didn't give a rat's ass. But yet you want everyone to believe you did everything you could. You didn't get the marijuana card till after. You allowed someone to abuse your children, your child. You spoke to the point that it was in your baby's system. So it had to be while you was pregnant. It don't take a genius to figure that out. To the point the child couldn't breathe on his own. Yeah, they don't deserve to be on either side. No side is different to me. They both don't deserve those kids. And over here, I'm on the side of the children. What is best for the children? I'm not on the side of neither. As well as I feel nobody should. Everybody should be on the side of the children. Justice for Orrin and Orson. This ain't justice for nobody else but Orrin and Orson. And we've been waiting for someone to come out and spread light. And there she came and spread all the light in the world. God sure does have a way of coming. He has a way of coming through. So you had 2 years to get your children back. You didn't. Then we find out CPS came multiple times because there was multiple reasons, which we've suspected. That's why we're not shocked. We knew there was real proper reason why they removed the kids. We just was waiting for someone to come and shed light on it. So shout out to the source again that came to Everyday Shenanigans and reported the truth that we've needed to know. That we needed to know. Because we knew we was being lied to because it didn't add up. Your best bet, Ryan Dean, was to never come out and say nothing. That was your best bet, was not to come out and say anything, sweetie. And I'm trying not to refrain from calling you a bitch. I'm just saying it because I'm upset. Because you think everybody's dumb and gullible and going to believe everything you tell them. When we know in cases every day, parents lie. This will be no different. This is no different. You was better off not saying nothing than to come out and lie. Because you thought nobody was going to tell. Nobody ain't told this long. Ain't nobody going to tell the truth. As hard as they are on the West, they need to be the same on you. You're no different. The kids don't belong with you. They don't belong with the West. Then you got Hot Mess Wanda, which already shown. She's already been out here showing psychiatric issues and her mental state is not quite right. Right? We already have her out here showing that. Word on the street, she got psychiatric issues. We see that. That confirms, well, we already suspected that she wasn't quite right mentally herself. The things and the choices that Hot Mess Wanda makes, make you, what's wrong with you? If you ain't gonna talk to the people, this one I knew something wasn't right with her. The little videos I did see out here. You look crazy. You look crazy. If you ain't gonna talk, would you with the organ with the people? Go in the house. If you ain't gonna say nothing anyway, why you out there with a camera? Want to be seen? Psycho. Mentally unstable. So, that was brought out. I already suspected that. We've talked about that. Her being crazy on this channel. So that just put the ice on the cake of what we already suspected here. And to find out she fostered kids too for money. So not only Jacqueline and Trezelle fosters kids, but you got Jacqueline's mama that fosters the kids, and Trezelle's mother that's fostering children. So this is a big family scam. So Hot Mess Wanda, with all that money you getting for fostering children, sweetie, You didn't think to clean up your yard? Some of that money? What are y'all doing with that money? You sure not putting it to work or to use. What are y'all doing? Drugs? And to hear that Trezell is on meth? People suspected that he was on drugs. That's been confirmed. Allegedly, if you want to say that. I believe it. So I'm bringing to you what was released from my girl that I love very much, EveryDay Shenanigans. And her source brought that to her. And I believe every bit of it because a lot of us people that are woke already suspected that they was on some type of drug. A lot of information that they released, we already suspected. That Hot Mess Wanda was crazy. She fostering children. Everybody's fostering children for profit. This is a 6-crime circle. Scam, scheme. It's sickening. It makes my stomach ill. I want to throw up. Because it's sickening. And none of y'all deserve kids. None of y'all deserve kids. And my thing is, your house looking like that on the outside, I can imagine what it looked like on the inside, Hot Mess Wanda. What does your house look like on the inside? It looks like that on the outside. What does it look like on the inside? What are you doing with that money? Is my question to you. What are you doing with that money? You a hot mess. The whole family a hot mess. Bio and adoptive, hot mess. Hot mess. Now, I'm not going to say everybody on everybody's side of the family is a hot mess. It might be some real genuine people out there trying to get answers. But where were y'all? Was y'all even considered when CPS was involved? That's what I'm saying. This is just insane to me. It just makes you wonder. Don't believe everything you hear. Watch with your eyes. I know we all want information. We all want answers. We all want to know where the boys are at. We all want to know that. Trust me, I want to know. But I have a feeling that they're gone with God. And that Trezell and Jacqueline placed them there. Them children was doomed from the beginning. From birth to now. They didn't have a chance with the bio family, bio mom. Let me not say family, because everybody might not be as screwed up. But hearing that what the family, the kids couldn't even be placed with them. For reasons. So that makes you wonder. Anyway. The children was doomed from the beginning to the end. They didn't have a chance. They did not have a chance. And it's sad that the boys couldn't live a normal child's life, enjoy life without being subjected to abuse, neglect. They had to go through so much hurt and pain. It sickens me. And you got these people that are trying to profit. And I just see money coming from every which way. Everybody wants to be a foster parent. Everybody's fostering children for profit. And then you got these GoFundMes. You weren't trying to get Lori to get your kids back those 2 years. But now after they're gone, there's a GoFundMe. So I'm questioning that too. I'm questioning everything. And people in your right mind should be questioning it too. with all the evidence that's stacked against you, boo-boo. What are you trying to get out of this? Because if you wasn't having somebody around your child that shouldn't have been, that's abusing your child, that you kept having them around and would not stop smoking weed, that had your child suffering from that, couldn't breathe on his own, if you didn't do that, they would still be in your custody care. So what are you suing for? Everybody want money. Money, money, money. Money, money, money. Everybody has different agendas. And that's what y'all need to wake up and open up your eyes to. Everybody has their own agenda when it comes to this situation, to this case. And it's not about the babies. It's about what everybody can get out of it. It's not about these babies. What about these babies? What about these babies? What about these babies that's missing? Everybody got their own agenda. But like I said, you never know who watching you. While you out dropping like it's cold, or while you at a sex store, or while you in the front videotaping with the stupid looking tripod that look like stupid ass Hot Mess Wanda. You never know who watching you. It could be somebody right there that know you full of shit, that know you a liar, that come let it be known. Unanimously. So just, if you ain't gonna tell the truth, don't come say nothing at all. That was your best bet. And to the people that think they know these people, you don't know these people. Because if you knew, you wouldn't be rallying up they ass. And that's just my opinion. You should be up the ass of those kids. That's who we need to be behind. That's who we here for. And it's biased, and it's not fair to go after one side and address their wrongdoings and not do to the other side. No, they both was wrong. They both had wrongdoings. And the first person that hurt those boys, is a free man. So we need to get justice for those boys and make sure that nobody else goes free of hurting those babies. Meaning, we need to make sure they get justice for Giselle and Jacqueline from them going missing. And I believe that the cops know what's up. And I can't wait till the day that they go and pick them up. Because Hot Mess Wanda, who looks stupid now? People are always watching. And if I ain't mistaken, I've heard of people seeing other children at that home. And that makes sense. You got foster kids. Those are children that's at the home. But you never see them outside. Do they get to get a breath of fresh air? Do all y'all believe in keeping kids hidden in the inside? Queen want to know. I'm just saying. But I'm getting ready to get up off of here because I'm getting sick to my stomach. Every time I think about it or talk about it, it just makes me sick. But I wanted to just back up, like I said, EveryDay Shenanigans, and because I believe everything that source told her. Because, like I said, I be over there with EveryDay Shenanigans, and I know that we suspected anyway that something wasn't right. I was one of the ones, like I said, in the chat, along with some others. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people knew something wasn't right. And source, there was no one better to go to but Everyday Shenanigans. She holds a lot of integrity. She's very honest. She's very vocal. She's gonna bring you the truth. She's gonna bring you the facts. And if she has an opinion, she's gonna say it's her opinion. And everyone's entitled to that. It was no one better to go to but Everyday Shenanigans. You couldn't pick the most professional person that could have brought it any better. You picked someone that was not biased in this case. And all the times I've been watching her, she's not biased. She's on the side of the child. On a lot of these cases, you couldn't have picked a better YouTuber to bring that source information to, but her. And I stand and I rally with her. Screw the people that don't like it. You sleep, stay asleep. Because when it all comes to a head, you're going to be looking silly. But I stand with her. And screw Big Angie. What anybody negative has to say to you or about you, because we aren't on, or you're not on the side of the bio mom. But we're not supposed to be on the side of anybody but the children. So how does that even sound? That's ignorant and that's stupid. We don't know these people to be on nobody's side but the victims. So I stand with you, and I stay in agreement with you, and I love you. Keep doing what you're doing, Everyday Shenanigans. Like I said, I love y'all. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, thumbs up the video. Feel free to leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, how you feel. Hit the post notification bell so you know what every time I come through with another video. And y'all have a good night.